Good evening, King's College. My name is Frank Barangi, and I am your host tonight for KCTV Tonight. Today we're here with Zach Whitehead, quarterback of the King's College football team, and John Deeney, who's also a forward on the King's College basketball team. Today we're going to be talking about King's College dining services. Now it's Chartwells, used to be sedexo. So we're going to be talking about how they changed over the past year, if they hit the nail on the head or they missed the mark. We have two sports guys here, so it'll be interesting to get their perspective on their eating times, their practicing. John's also doesn't have a meal plan, so we'll get a little bit of perspective on how the prices are and for somebody who doesn't have a meal plan on campus. So before we start, I'm sure everybody had a good Thanksgiving, yeah?
Yeah, great.
Eat a lot of turkey?
Yep.
Any Black Friday shopping or no?
No, I had practice on Friday, so unfortunately didn't get to make it to Walmart.
I didn't leave my house.
Yeah, Macy's had some good doorbuster deals, but anyway, King's College Dining Services sometimes does a Thanksgiving dinner. They'll do St. Patty's Day, stuff like that, so kind of in the spirit of that. Did either of you guys have that or no?
I did not know.
No, neither did I. No. All right, so we can't talk about that. But anyway, Zach, as the quarterback on the football team and your practice schedule and stuff, how does practice and making sure you get to have your dinner, how does that affect kind of your schedule and whatnot?
Yeah, it's kind of tough sometimes because we have practice and meetings and stuff like that. So we usually have meetings for practice, and then by the time we have practice, it's already like 5 o'clock or like 6 o'clock, and we have to be there an hour for practice and meetings before then. And so like the calf, whatever, doesn't open until like 4:30. So sometimes I'm not able to go there, and then by the time practice ends, you have to hustle to get there.
So what time's practice end about?
If it's like 5 to 7, you won't get out till like 7:15 at least. And
so then you got really 15 minutes to get back.
Yeah.
Do they keep anything else? Connerton's is open though, right?
Yeah, Connerton's open, and then Leo's is open too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's usually what we do after practice. You should try to go to Leo's or something like that, but usually you'll see the entire football team there, like
yeah, and
literally
I'm sure
the
after
entire team.
A few hours of practice, you guys are real hungry, and sometimes those meals may or may not be enough.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and plus, it's kind of rough because you only have like one place to go at that time of the night, so it kind of gets old after a while. Otherwise, you have to go out and get food, which obviously we're college students, don't have that much money.
I remember last year, sedexo would keep the dining hall. Well, it used to be Marketplace.
Yeah.
They would keep it open, extended for you, right? They would keep it open until like 8 o'clock.
Yeah, a little bit sometimes here or there, but I know this year that they open to like 7:30, and they have it open a couple minutes later than that for the most part. But they do accommodate for us for the most part. So that's one good thing about the new provider now.
Yeah, John, do you have that problem with?
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. I think it's even harder as a football player, because you have to get down to the field. It's like, a half hour. How long does it take you to, like, once you shower and get back?
I don't usually leave the field for 45 minutes to practice.
Yeah, so that's tough. That's like, you're blocking out like 3 hours right there between, getting there, practicing, getting back. So it's tough to try to, finagle a schedule in there. But yeah, I think it's difficult as well. I know when we have practice 5 to 7, the cafeteria opens at 4:30. It's like, we don't want to go eat at 4:30 and then have to run on a full stomach, and then you get out at 7. You don't have that much time to get to the cafeteria and eat. But I think they're more accommodating this year with Leo's being open late. It's open until 11 o'clock, so that's good. I know a lot of athletes have been taking advantage of that, and I really think that the food's been better overall this year. Like the quality, like at the marketplace, it's been a lot more variety, a lot more healthy options for athletes who are trying to stay in shape.
So if you had to say the top 3 places on campus, because there is, what do we have, 4 or 5? We have the CAF, we have Leo's, we have Susquehanna, Connerton's, and Chick-fil-A.
Right.
So 5 places. So what do you think the top 3 are?
I love Chick-fil-A. Everybody loves Chick-fil-A. The one thing I'll say is that I wish that was open later, because that's only open until 7:30.
And you can't use your meal plan there. Or you could use parts of your meal plan. You could use your flex, but you can't use actually meal swipes.
Yeah. And I don't know if that's something with Chick-fil-A, if there's like a legality with that, if they didn't want people to use their meal plan. But I'd like to see them open a little bit later, maybe at least like at least 8 or 9 o'clock. I think they get a lot more business with that too. But yeah, I'd say the marketplace is my favorite. I'm sorry,
Chick-fil-A.
no, what's the marketplace called now? Kings Court. Kings Court. I'd say that's my favorite right now,
Right.
just because of the variety of what you can get.
So you'd say Kings Court, Chick-fil-A.
And I'd say Susquehanna. I still
Susquehanna.
love Susquehanna.
Do you ever go for the shakes at Leo's?
No, I don't actually. I've had them before, but I'm
They're
trying to lay off the shakes.
Same with Chick-fil-A. What about you, Zach? What are you saying? Top three?
You know, probably put Chick-fil-A 1, 2, and 3. But I go Chick-fil-A 1, and then I'd probably say Susquehanna 2, and then I guess what's Kings Court now?
Yeah.
I guess tied with Leo's, I guess.
Okay.
For 3.
Tied with Leo's. That's interesting. I know a lot of people like going to Leo's for the shakes. They love, getting that shake with their meal plan. So, me personally, I also like that. My top three probably be Leo's is number 1 because I love chocolate peanut butter shakes. Real good. I do like going to Kings Court for lunch. Just to kind of grab something quick. I don't got to wait online, stuff like that. And Susquehanna's always good. It didn't change much from last year. But anyway, on to the prices. For you and I, Zach, you don't really have to deal with the actual prices of buying food. We have our meal plans and stuff. I'm an RA, so it's a little bit different. But John, as somebody who lives off campus, how does that work? Are the prices okay? Is it tough? Or
I think they're okay. I think they could be a little bit more reasonable. I mean, sometimes I find myself going to S&W when I want something to eat, because it's all about proximity for me. It's like I go to places on campus because they're close and convenient. I don't have to drive anywhere. But I go to S&W because I feel like you get more bang for your buck, because the price is there, so cheap. I can get more food there than I could. I could get like 3 things at S&W, and I could get one thing at Susquehanna for the same price. So I mean, I think they could lower the prices a little bit. I think the marketplace is reasonable because it's a buffet.
What are you paying for marketplace? Is it 14?
I think it's. I think lunch is cheaper. I think it's about 11.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you know what dinner is?
I don't actually. Yeah, I think it's about 14. I think.
Yeah, one kind of, well, not bad thing, but they closed that back door up in Kings Court. So the guys that were usually coming in through the back and sneaking through, that doesn't happen much anymore. But yeah, I think those are decent, prices for a buffet like that. You go to any kind of Chinese buffet,
Chinese
it's
buffet,
like $15,
stuff like that.
So it's all kind of relative. But we're going to be asking people at Kings Court, see what they like, see what's going on for the day. So right now we're going to go to our other guy, Rory. He's going to be interviewing people there. So, Rory, what do you got for us down there?
Thanks, Frank. And we're here at Kings Court in my pantry, where there have been a lot of new changes this year. As you can see right here, you can now find the milk inside of a fridge. And there's another new change that people have been very vocal about. There's not a lot of ice cream, if any at all. So how do you feel about the changes between last year and this year, now that Kings has switched over from sedexo to chartwells?
I feel like the improvements have been much better since last year. There's a lot more options, eating healthier at other sorts of food.
Where's your favorite place to eat on campus?
Kings Court.
And if you could pick one thing that they could improve here, what would it be?
More ice cream.
So how do you feel about Kings Court this year?
I think it could be improved a little bit. I think there's some things that it can do better. One thing I like is the baker's crust. I like that. The sandwiches, I like the guy who works back there. One thing that I think they could change, and I think they could bring the ice cream back. I want the ice cream.
I understand you're upset.
Tastes good to me, Frank. From all of us at King's College Television, I'm Rory Mullins. Back to you.
Thanks a lot, Rory. And it's interesting to see the different perspectives up there during a lunchtime rush like that. But I just want to say thank you to my guests, Zach and John. It was great having you here. And with that, have a good night, King's College. This was KCTV.